Consideration and possible action regarding the approval and agenda as submitted or revised.
This is Ava Case. I make a motion that we accept the agenda as posted.
Is there a second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving along. Consideration and possible action regarding approval of minutes of the meeting held on February 6, 2024, Parks and Recreation Commission minutes. Anybody?
This is Amber Ghetto. I move to approve the February 7th minutes. 6 minutes, February 6th minutes.
Is there a second?
This is Ava Case. I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, moving along, under new business, consideration and possible action regarding residential construction tax, technology upgrades for Rafter 3C Arena. Turn it over to you, Jorge.
Thank you. As you know, the building is equipped with Wi-Fi, and once you put like 2,000 people in there, it just doesn't work. So what we're looking at doing is upgrading, putting more transmitters, beefing up the system. So what was happening is one of the units was being overrun, then would suck down the other units. Just everybody has a phone, and so we're looking for estimated $6,000 to do the upgrades, which will then enhance all the events as we move forward. So,
Is there any comments or questions?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it is too, after just running my event there. Even I mean, we don't want to say minimal, but compared to what your other events are, having those cell phones, it's such a great advertisement for us, for the community. So, as long as they're working. Okay. Can I go ahead and get a vote on that then, if there's no more comments?
This is Ava Case. I make a motion that we approve the residential construction tax, or the technology upgrade, sorry, for Raptor C Arena.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And moving along, under director's report, under committee and departmental reports, we have director's report.
would you like to report on your event?
We were graciously able to use the arena, or excuse me, the concourse and the outdoor. We had on the outdoor, it was the same weekend as the high school rodeo, we had a car show, which is an annual car show for Agape Church School where I teach high school at. And inside we had a cornhole tournament, and we had a craft show, and all my crafters made well into the hundreds, so they were super excited. We kept their fee very minimal. And we had Mendoza's out there as our food vendor, which worked out really well because the rodeo, I did not have much food available, so we carried over some of their contestants and families, so that was really nice. We did very well. We had a lot of people just giving us money to give to the kids and stuff, so we were very pleased for the minimal amount of time and costs that to put it on. And we had quite a few donations. We had a DJ, and that was donated from Pape Machinery, so we're very thankful for their continued support. So that was really nice. We did use the Wi-Fi music, and that was amazing to have on the iPad. So we appreciate having that available, but we tried not to use too much, but the minimal part we used, we didn't break or anything. And Flo is amazing. She's a rock star, and our cleaner that was there all day, and she made sure, and I kept falling behind, are we sure we got everything? But the school wholeheartedly appreciates it. Jesse invited us to come back next year, same time frame. I don't know that the weekend is going to work for us because it's going to be Easter weekend. And a lot of our families, of course, over Easter travel, so we'll look at some dates. Lucretia and I, or excuse me, Hunter and I talked, and we're going to look at some dates after you're done with all your regular season events to kind of see who re-signs up for next year, and hopefully we can make it a deal again next year. So we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Did you say how many cars you had for your car show?
We had 42, and a lot of them came from here locally, and then we had some from Reno and from Fernley. We would have liked to have a few more, but it's kind of one of those, it's just the beginning of their car show season, so some were going to another one apparently. But they paid $25, and we had raffle prizes that were donated. I mean, altogether, take home out the door after we paid for all the awards, which awards are very expensive, even with a discounted rate, we still walked away with about $1,700 for the kids. So it was,
Perfect.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a ton, but for us, for the kids, it is, so.
Perfect. Other
Very
events
helpful.
we had since our last meeting was the CrossFit games and went really well. And then, of course, we've hosted 2 rodeos, high school rodeos, the Churchill County Rodeo and then also Spanish Springs. We hosted them last year with, and they had some bad weather up in Reno, and so they really appreciate doing it here. And I think they're going to continue doing it here in Churchill County. So that's a huge event for the area, at least for the economic impact that it creates. Those events that are really big. We also, of course, had the show and sale. So I'm sure many of you are probably down there buying animals or watching animals be shown, and so that went really well again. It also rained that weekend, so my PTSD did not kick in now that we have an indoor facility to be in, where years past we've been out there getting the rain and snow and wind and all the other fun stuff. So it worked out really well. And then, of course, this last weekend we hosted the Night of Fights, and from what I understand, everything went really well at that event too. So other things going on, we're still wrapping up spring sports. As far as softball and baseball and lacrosse. Wanted to let you know that the cottage schools will probably be putting up that shade structure over for the kids. I think you may have heard or may have told you that Rotary donated $5,000 towards that project. And then we were able to pick up some grant funds to cover the rest of it. So we're excited about that. The third pod, we're just doing the final touches on it. So we'll hopefully be opening that up either right when Some Fun kicks off or right shortly after. So that pod will also have some office space. So that's where Robin and Beth will reside. So, and I think that's all I have. So if anybody has any questions.
Oh, everybody good? Okay, moving right along. We're going to go ahead and set the next Park and Recreation Commission meeting for June 4th at 7 p.m. here in the chambers. You think you're for sure going to need us, or we'll just change it if we need to?
I don't know if there's anything that's drastically coming up. So maybe we'll skip that meeting and then we'll see what July has to offer.
Okay, July would take us to the 2nd, would be
Yeah.
our first Tuesday of the month. Sound
Shoot for
good?
that. And I mean, I know a lot of people will probably be out of town for the 4th of July.
4th.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we want, we could probably even maybe go to August.
So August 6th, and then if you need us sooner, we can do a
We can throw one
reschedule.
together.
Okay, so it's proposed for August 6th, 2024 at 7 PM for our next regular Parks and Recreation Commission meeting here in the chambers. If I can have a vote on that, please.
I make a motion, what do you need?
August 6th,
Oh,
2024.
August
is the next
6th,
meeting.
2024 for the next Park and Rec meeting.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any public comments? Okay, we are adjourned, and I have 7:08.
Still, I don't think that beat